isn't looking for something fun, quick, and delicious this Halloween? And these witch's hat cute cakes fit the bill. Now, these little cute cakes are actually an inspiration between a cupcake and a petit four, but they're nice and firm. They're made by a company called Donsuemor. And what we do to start off first is we take some chocolate chips and we're going to put them into a pan, and then we're going to melt it with just a little bit of shortening. Now, the reason why is because the shortening is actually going to help this set up properly so that we can dip our little bugles in them to make the top of the witch's hat. All I'm going to do is just stir this to melt the entire mixture. Once it starts to melt, you can go ahead and just shut off your heat, because these will actually melt relatively quickly in the residual heat of the pan. Once it starts to melt, you'll want to have your other ingredients ready. The first are these little bugles. Now, we're all familiar with these, but what I do is I go through the bag and I look for ones that I know can stand up. So you'll want to actually start to go through them, set them on your cutting board, and make sure that they'll actually stand so that they'll stand on the chocolate wafer. Once you do that, then the rest is simple. First of all, we wait until our chocolate is smooth, and then we're going to just take our little bugle and dip it into the chocolate. You can use a spoon if you'd like, just so that you can get that bugle out. And then we're going to use some little chocolate wafer cookies. What I do is I put the little chocolate wafer cookies onto a cookie sheet that I've lined with wax paper. Pretty simple. And then we'll take our little bugle that's dipped in chocolate, and we'll just very gently set it right on top. Let's do it again just so that you can see. I'm just going to gently dip it in the chocolate using your finger. This is not that hot, so the kids can help you too. You just set it onto the wafer. What's great about these is that they all will set up relatively quickly. You can even put them into the refrigerator if you want to have them set up faster. They'll set up in the fridge in about 5 minutes. Now, the next part of this. I've taken some pre-made icing. You could make the icing if you wanted. And we're just going to put a little bit of this orange icing on the top of the cute cake. Just enough to make it look like the witch's hair. And then once the little bugle has set up on the top of the wafer, just sort of put that little hat at an angle, and you'll have something delicious and fun that you can serve at Halloween. A fantastic Witch's Hat's Donsuemor cute cake. Pretty easy to put together.